Hello, welcome to Joey Jeff's backyard. We've had rain all day. The woods feels like a rainforest. Get a load of this. Wow, it's nuts. Absolutely nuts. So a giant tree came crashing to the ground. Not this one. That one's been on the ground for over a year, or nearly a year. We're going to go up this little hill, a few steps, and then we're going to make a turn. You know, actually, you can kind of see there's a little bit of discoloration up there. See a light brown up in the canopy? That's where, oh yeah, there you go. You can see that tree that was cracked off. Yeah. The woods, I think the woods is never more beautiful than after a rain. It is tropical. It's 50 degrees though, 52 degrees, so it's really not tropical. I don't know why I feel tropical. I feel tropical. Yeah, okay, get a load of this. See that cracked off tree over there? So that thing just cracked off. We're gonna get up close to it. So this tree here, this is a giant. That is gonna be a real disaster when it hits the ground. Ooh, I'm gonna have so much work. God, I'm already feeling sorry for myself. Okay, this is a little hill. We're walking up the hill. Okay, so look at that great tree. Came crashing to the ground. Crashed. I missed it. It would have been exciting to be out here when it hit the ground, but I missed that. Okay, so I'm gonna walk through here. Now this is tricky. You gotta know what you're doing. You'll notice that I'm gonna carefully choose my steps to avoid tall weeds, because you know what the danger is. I don't have to tell you. I don't have to tell you my biggest fear. My biggest fear is the tick, the dreaded North Woods tick. Look at that. Look at that snap. Look at that snap. Snapped right off. So, uh-oh. A branch just rubbed against my pants. Okay, wait a second. So, as you can see, this thing's pretty high. 4 feet off the ground. It's hung up there on the stump. All right, kind of see, get down low, see it kind of cracked off about 4 feet, 3.5 feet off the ground. It's hung up in the air, and then it's resting on top of this log, maybe 3 feet high here. So you gotta do some pretty clever chainsawing here. I'm debating. I think I'm gonna make 2 cuts over there, one on this side and one on that side. So I'll have a little like 2-foot segment in the middle, but then that flat piece will hit the ground. So then this one will be stuck up on the stump and then kind of come downhill there and be on the ground right over there. That might be good enough, because I'm finding the cracked, finding the cracked trunk. I'm finding it attractive. I might leave it there. Or then maybe I'll cut it like right here. Yeah, maybe I'll do one cut right here again. So then I'll have like a 20-foot segment here, and then it'll kind of come down over here. And because you don't want to see the cut segments from the trail. They're so ugly. You know, the hand of man has been out here. And by the way, when I say chainsaw, you might say, Joey Jeff, what a hypocrite. You're ranting about every video. You might say, Joey Jeff, what a hypocrite. Every video, what do I rant about? Jet noise, leaf blower noise, right? Now, I have an electric chainsaw. I'm a very modern man. I love nature. I would never use a gas-powered tool out here. You couldn't pay me. Okay, so we're gonna walk. We're gonna walk back out to the trail. Now this is interesting. Do you see this see that odd little trail through the woods here? Kind of a little hard to see here, but notice this little kind of stomp down area kind of runs out that way. That is a deer trail. Our friends the deers. Our friends the deers. They stomp. Oh, now this is very interesting. I must point this out. So, I find this attractive. And then you come over here, you know, very attractive. See that there's a little rock? It's a little rock right over there. Watch this. I want to show you something very interesting. Look at that. There was a dead branch. I cut that dead branch off years ago. I found it incredibly ugly. So I decided the way I'd pretty it up is by putting this rock on top. Doesn't that help? I find that very attractive now. Oh, the first jet of this video. I picked a quiet time to make this video. I actually have been out here a while. But one jet. The old Teterboro to Westchester Airport shuttle. God, I wish somebody could explain that to me. Here's the story about that. I got a rant. So I got this free software, I heard these jets for years, and they're very low. By very low, I now know they're 3,000 feet. And I said, what's going on here? Why? And they're always on the same track. They're always southwest to northeast or northeast to southwest. And I said, what's going on? Why are they torturing me? So I got this free software, Flight Radar 24, and sure enough, all these flights are like these bizarre little transfers, private jets, and I can see the jet at like Embraers and Dassault, other very fancy jets. And I can't explain it. There's got to be some logical explanation. I don't know. Private charters. They're moving the air equipment around because of different people want to leave from different airports. I don't know. Oh, there's another one. Isn't that exciting? Anyway, let's just do one little panorama here. Let's try to enjoy this panorama. Let's see if we can mentally tune out that jet. Oh yeah. That's another deer trail. Oh kind of fading. Oh, wow. I can't, it's taking too long. That actually doesn't sound, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something interesting. I'm going to put this on pause. I'm going to quickly look at Flight Radar 24 and let you know where that jet's coming from. Well, this is a change of pace for Joey Jeff's backyard. You'll notice I'm just laying in my bed. I had a very challenging workout on the stationary bike. Yeah, so there it is. Yeah, it's in my bedroom. Yeah. Very challenging. I do 65 minutes, and I got my pulse up. My pulse maxed at 155, and for a guy my age, that isn't easy. So I'm just laying here. So here's the problem. I turned on. I kept calling Flight Radar 24. What did I call it? I didn't use the right word. It's an app. It's an app on my phone. It's free. Anyway, so I paused the video. I opened up Flight Radar 24, and I couldn't find the jet. It was irritating me. There were jets all over, but I couldn't find the one that just flew over. It was irritating me. So I was going to turn the video back on and give everyone the bad news that Flight Radar 24 failed. Unfortunately, I couldn't turn it back on. I don't know, Steve Jobs, such a genius, but I couldn't, the video wouldn't restart, like go into another app, the pause didn't work. So anyway, I did something very fancy. I used Google, and I asked how I can tack on another video, and it recommended I use iMovie. So that's how I tacked this video onto the end of the other woods video. So anyway, I ended in defeat. I couldn't track the jet, but I'm going to do it next time. My next walk in the woods, I'm going to do it. Okay. Anyway, this ends another edition of Joey Jeff's Backyard. Bye.